What's going on, guys? Welcome back for another episode of Too Many Toys Jake. Today is an absolutely beautiful day out, so I think today what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some work on the Capri. Now, if you guys haven't seen my last video on it, make sure you go check it out. We took this 1982 Mercury Capri RS 5-liter 5-speed car. It's been sitting since 2013. We got it running and driving, drove it home, and had an absolute blast. But of course, you know, from something for sitting that long, there's going to be some problems with it. Before we dive into all that, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to clean it up a bunch. I mean, the car is an absolute mess. It hasn't been washed, who knows, at least 9 years. So I think this time, since I have the car at home and the car does run, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to clean it up first, make it workable, so you know it's not all cruddy we're working in, and you know what I'm getting at. So I think we're going to do that first, and then we're going to start working on some of the mechanic stuff. I know that the starter is making noise, we got a ground wire off, a couple things like that, so we're gonna have to do all that. But I think first we're gonna go around the car once again, and we'll give you just a better look, because last time you didn't get the best look. So we'll do that now, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so this is my 1983 Mercury Capri RS 5-liter 5-speed car. So now RS was the top of the line model. It basically was the luxury version of the Capri or the Mustang. This car is actually very well optioned. I'm not 100% sure if these came all factory options or not, but this car has power windows, power lock, air conditioning, and cruise control, which is kind of cool. You don't see cruise on a lot of these cars, especially for it being an 83. Those are some cool options on the car. Let's go take a look at it quickly, and I'll show you guys what we got in a little better detail. The car was bought, the gentleman who I bought it from bought it somewhere in, I think, 2005, 2006, somewhere around there. Didn't do anything with it. He got it running. I think he drove it a little tiny bit, just around the block kind of, and then sat. The car on the outside, the paint was pretty bad shape, so that's why he had it painted in 2013, and he put it on the road just to be able to take it down to get it painted, and so that's why it's this color here. But it has been sitting since then, so he got it painted, brought it back, and then basically it sat exactly where you guys seen it for 9 years until I came along and tried to buy it. But as you guys can see, there is a little bit of rust, surface rust here and there. This side isn't too bad. The other side's a little bit worse, but we got a little bit here on the trunk. I mean, all of this stuff will clean up, but as for the rust, it's obviously gonna have to be repaired at some point. A little more rust there. We have a little bit coming down through here. I mean, still solid though. And then the worst of it is actually right here. There's a nice little hole. So that's gonna have to be repaired. And then the roof here, guys, is starting to come through. So we're gonna wash the car now, and then we're gonna try and protect this stuff a little bit. It has one of the cool hood scoops on it. These things are actually very tasteful. Everybody loves these. Put them on their, you know, 80s cars. They look very good on them. I've seen them on all kinds of other cars too, not just the Mustang. These come with factory wide body, as we'd say. The actual body is out a couple inches from factory, from normal, as you can see here. I've been told people actually will cut these quarters off and put them on their Foxbodies or their Mustangs to get that look, because you can put a nice fat tire on them and you don't have to worry about putting a spacer on. You just put a nice offset on it and it'll clear that body line and look beautiful. It has a bubble back on it, bubble hatch, so the actual glass comes up and then curves like this instead of it being flat, and they have a little bit of a different body line here, which is pretty cool. That was one of the big signature things for these cars, the big looks, is to have the bubble back on them. Although they didn't go with them that long. I think they only did them for a couple years. It has, unfortunately, an aftermarket sunroof, but no leaks from what I can see anyways. Let's go take a look on the inside and see what we got. So basically what we have is a full black interior car. Black door panels, which are in actually very good shape. Black carpet, black dash. Unfortunately, from sitting in the sun for so long, it's kind of faded. We might be able to clean that though. Like I said, it is a 5-speed car. There's a bunch of other little stuff in the car that came with it. I mean, the headliner isn't in it, so that needs to be done. But there's just a bunch of stuff. Unfortunately, it did not come with the factory seats. I don't think these are factory, if I'm honest. I'm not 100% sure, but they are different than the ones that are in the back, which are a darker blue with a black leather. So I'm not 100% sure on this one. If you guys know, let me know. That'd be awesome. They do have writing on the side of them, so I'm sure they're from a scrapyard. They kind of look like SN95 seat, but like I said, if you guys know, let me know. That'd be awesome. The car has, it says 41,000 kilometers on it. I'm not 100% sure if that's 41,000 or 141,000. I'm gonna guess that it is 141,000, just because of the wear on the steering wheel and stuff like that. I mean, this could be from just sitting out in the sun, which I'm gonna guess it is, but you guys never know. So the only way to really tell is to go into the to go to the ministry and actually take a look and do all the paperwork and blah blah blah. Other than that, the car is actually pretty clean. It all the rockers and everything are solid. Underneath of the car is solid. Everywhere that needs to be on these cars is solid, so that's good. It's hard to find Capris these days that are actually really clean, or find them at all, to be honest. So I think you guys seen the interior. Just take a look under the hood. This is a 302, carbureted 302. It's got a Holley carburetor on it, aftermarket carb. I thought it was the original one. It is an aftermarket carburetor. Thank you guys. It has shorty headers on it. Ford Motorsports shorty headers, which are pretty cool. Somebody put some aftermarket wires on there. It's got chrome valve covers on it. Just mild little bolt-ons, as you would say. The car does run pretty good. We were having some problems with it, as you can see in the other video, getting it to idle and stuff like that, but we figured it all out, so that is good. The car is going to have to be have more fresh gas, etc. in it. It is running good now. It's a turnkey car, which is awesome. So now the next thing is just to move on to smaller, where the strut tower screws are wrought out on this car are very clean. They're very good. This one on this side has a very small amount of surface stress on it, so it's not the best, but it is what it is. That is good though. That's good. This car is actually a very solid car. It's going to be a great platform from somebody. I don't think I'm going to be keeping this one. I got my eye on some other stuff, and I want to do a project for the channel. Unfortunately, this one is not going to be it. This one has to go to make room for other stuff. So I just like cleaning this stuff up, guys, and making them look new, and then letting somebody else enjoy them. That's what I enjoy. So that's what we're gonna do. But now that you've seen it, now that you can see how bad it is under here. Oh, one of the other cool things about these cars is they actually come with a functional hood scoop. The hood scoop that I showed you actually works. It's totally functional. There's the hole cut out for it. And then I do have the big cross ram air filter that do come on these cars, which is pretty cool. They're actually hard to come by. And now you guys have seen a little better view, or a little more in-depth detail on this car. All right guys, so I think what I'm gonna do before I foam it is I'm just gonna quickly spray off the whole car with a pressure washer and get all the hard gunk off of it. And then I will foam it and we'll see how it looks. So let's get to it. Alright guys, let's give her a shot. Look at that, guys. Absolutely beautiful. It's great. Let it do its thing, and then we'll pressure wash it off. And then I think after, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill up a bucket, and we're still going to hand wash it just to get all the hard cut off. on the foam wash. Now we're gonna give her a quick little hand wash, and that should get the remaining crud off of it. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so we finally got it all scrubbed down, we got it all washed. Now it's time to dry it, do the windows, do the tires, etc. You know the deal. Sorry, it seemed like the camera, I'm having problems with this GoPro 10. It's getting hot and turning off for some reason. It's only like 25 degrees out today, I don't know. Sorry guys about that, but so we're just gonna finish up here, and then instead of boring you with drying it and blah 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 blah, I'll just show you guys what the outside looks like when we come back. And then once we're done that, we're gonna go do underneath the hood, get everything all vacuumed up, make it look clean. So let's jump into it. We are done everything that I wanted to do on the outside, and I must say, what a difference. This car looks absolutely amazing. It looks so good. The only other thing that I want to do is give it a nice buff. I haven't done that yet, but I mean, I really don't need to, but you can feel it's all cruddy, so that's one thing I want to do. But let's just get right into it and I'll show you guys what it looks like. I tell you guys, what a difference. Look at that. She shined up absolutely beautiful. Now if you guys remember, there's a couple marks coming down here, those are all gone. There's a couple marks coming down here, those are all gone. So as you can see, I removed all of the stains coming down here. Of course the rust is still there, but all the stains are gone, and we did that around the whole car. Of course we have to fix some rust. I mean, it's just cosmetic, not a cleaning up, but what a difference. I mean, we did the wheels came out great. Paint's nice and shiny. You guys got to remember too, this car was painted 9 years ago. It was painted and then just left outside. For a car that's been painted, just left outside and nothing done to it, it looks absolutely great. I think what the plan is now is we're gonna flip the car around, and then I'm gonna start working on the engine bay. We're gonna start vacuuming it out. We're gonna start cleaning it because it is an absolute mess under there. So then we can start working, doing the carburetor, doing some other stuff, etc. So I just like making them all clean first. It just gives you more incentive to clean it or to fix it. So we're gonna get into that. So guys, let's get this beast moved, flipped around, so then we can start working on the underneath the hood. All right guys, let's flip it around. After sitting 9 years, this thing just wants to start up, fire up and go. I mean, I gotta play with the carburetor a little bit, but you gotta remember, sitting for 9 years, hasn't moved. And then finally yesterday or the day before, I go get it running, and now she just starts right up. Unbelievable, guys. These 5 liters, once you get them running, they just want to run forever. They're definitely great motors. Very stout, very strong. Let's get the hood open, let's get the vacuum out, and let's start cleaning. Before I start cleaning out the engine bay, I figured I'd just show you guys how bad it is. So let's take a look at it. I mean, there is just crud everywhere. I don't know if it was sitting under a tree like it was, but the tree that I was sitting under doesn't really lose stuff, so I don't understand where this all came from. Maybe it's from before, I'm not too sure, but like you guys can see, I mean, it needs a good cleaning. Even the frame rails and stuff. It's always good to clean your engine bay, guys, because a lot of this stuff like this, if it sits in here for years and years and years and years, it'll actually rot out the bottom of that frame rail, and that's not what you want, obviously. So make sure you clean out your engine bay, guys. Make sure they're all clean, and it's just nice to look at when you open up the hood or you got to do work on it. So as you can see though, this one is super bad. It definitely needs it done. So let's dive right into it, guys. Oh, here, look beside the intake. So you guys can see it definitely needs it done. So let's just get right into it and let's get it done. I'm not gonna bore you guys with the rest, so we'll be right back. So we're done cleaning all underneath the engine. I say that, I don't mean I'm done vacuuming the whole engine bay. I still have to get under here. I'm gonna put a bucket or something over the carburetor, and then I'm gonna pressure wash all of the engine bay. That's gonna be for another day, but for now, I just got the vacuum out, as you've seen, and we're cleaning all up. So let's take a look. As you can see, all the big stuff, all the crud, most of it anyways. The cobwebs, all the big stuff that was in the frame rails along the fenders and everything has all been cleaned up. Along the intake looks much better, both sides. All the cobwebs and everything underneath the hood, all that was clean. So that just makes it a little bit easier, you know, when you come under here to do stuff, do whatever you're gonna do, work on the car. You're not working in shit, or you're not working in crud and cobwebs and all that crap. So it's always good to have that done. So that is all done. Now I think while we have the vacuum out, we might as well do the inside of the car as well, vacuum it all out. You know, it's a nice day out, so we'll get some things done. But first, what I'm gonna do is just clean everything up, because like I said, it came with a bunch of extra parts. I'm just gonna clean this all up, guys, and then once it's done, I'll give you guys a tour of what we've done for the vacuuming. So I'm gonna get into that, and you'll see me in a couple minutes. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, so we are back. We got vacuuming done, and you know what, I even decided to go ahead and just do some of the vinyl. So it is roughly done right now. We got some weather moving in, so I think this is just what I'm gonna get done for today. But I figured, you know what, let's just jump right into it and show you what we did. So it looks a hell of a lot better from what it was anyways. So as you guys can remember, there was a bunch of junk on that floor. It's just wet there because I just sprayed it down and scrubbed it where it needed to be scrubbed quickly. I'm gonna have to shampoo it, but the door panels came out great. Even the back seats that were a mess came out awesome. The dash and the cluster actually came out really good. You know what, guys, this car might actually have 41,000 kilometers on it. The only thing that makes me kind of iffy on it is this little mark right here, but it actually came out great. Let's go take a look on the other side. Even the outside just looks absolutely amazing now, guys. It's incredible that this car was sitting for so long, and just it looks great. But you know, you put a little bit of time into them, and that's what happens. This door panel looks awesome. Floors are all clean, way better. Like I said, I'm gonna have to come in here after, guys, and I'm gonna shampoo it, and then I'm gonna dress the vinyl, clean everything up, go through with a fine comb or a fine toothbrush, just to make it look a little bit better. We're gonna throw some mats in it, so it's gonna look awesome, guys, when it's all done. But I figured I'd just show you guys quickly, do a good little video on it, and yeah, have some fun. I know I don't like working on cars that are all dirty. I like them nice and clean, so you know, it just gives you more incentive and more motivation to work on it. Anyways, guys, I think that this is it for today's video. I just wanted to get her cleaned up, like I just said. It looks much better. I mean, take a look at that. So I think the next video you guys are going to see on this is either going to be doing some work on it. We're going to have to do, you know, the oil change, some wiring and stuff like that needs to be fixed up. A couple of the inside things, we're going to take apart the rear brakes, just go over the whole car, see if there's any major rust that I didn't see, and go from there. Or I'm going to be bringing home my Camaro next week, so we might do a comparison. What do you guys think? We'll put the two cars side by side and have an 82 Z28 Camaro and an 83 Mercury Capri RS side by side, and you guys can tell me which one you guys like better. So I think that'll be kind of cool. But then we can go through the cars side by side, see the differences that Chevy and Ford made. And yeah, I think that'd be a cool video. Let me guys know what you guys think, and thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. It really helps with the algorithm and get the videos out there for other people to see. If you guys have any comments or want to know anything else about the car that I did, let me know. Again, I'm more than happy to get back to you guys, and I love hearing what you guys have to think. And any comments or suggestions or information that you guys have is absolutely awesome. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. You guys have no idea. You guys are truly awesome, and it truly, you know, just it makes me feel awesome. It makes me feel great. So if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. We're gonna be doing some cool stuff. We're gonna be having this more on the channel. We're gonna be getting the Camaro out, like I said, and we're just gonna be, you know, having some fun. There's gonna be some cool cars coming up on the channel, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, a great night, and I'll catch you guys on another episode of Too Many Toys Jake. See you later.